Welcome to Palo Alto, the heart of Silicon Valley. People think Palo Alto is all t-shirts and Teslas, and honestly, it kind of is. It's a stealth wealth culture. You might be standing next to a billionaire in line for avocado toast and never know it. The lifestyle is active, outdoorsy, and intensely focused on education. If you live here, your weekends are spent at the farmer's market or hiking the dish at Stanford. People here are very serious about wellness, and your kid's preschool waitlist may have a waitlist. Folks new to Palo Alto will notice you really can't separate Palo Alto from Stanford. Even though Stanford University isn't technically Palo Alto, the university massively influences the economy, culture, buyer demand, architecture, and even the personality of the city. A lot of buyers moving here want great schools, intellectual culture, walkability, and long-term appreciation. Now, let's talk demographics. Most people here are in tech, VC, medical, or legal services. Some major employers include Stanford, Google, Meta, Apple, VC firms, VMware, biotech startups. And as of 2026, the median household income is $231,000, among the highest in California. In terms of diversity, it's about 45% white, 38% Asian, and 8% Hispanic. Now let's talk real estate and into the nitty-gritty of what it actually costs to live here in 2026. Palo Alto isn't just one market, it's tiered. The median home values commonly around 3 to 4 million plus. Some rough current median values for condos expect an average sold price around 1.3 to 1.6 million. Usually that's a 2-bed, 2-bath around 1,100 square foot. For townhomes, around 1.8 to 3 million. These are high demand and low inventory. You're looking at about 1.8 to 2.3 million, typically for a 3-bed and 2.5 bath. Single family homes, 3 million to 8 million plus. This is where the range widens. The entry point for a 3-bed, 2-bath home in South Palo Alto is roughly 2.8 to 3.5 million. But if you want 4 bedrooms plus in a prime North Palo Alto neighborhood like Crescent Park, you're looking at 5 million to 12 million plus. When we look at the return, this is where these price points make sense. Appreciation has been a wild ride, and over 1 year, we're seeing a steady growth of 4% in appreciation. Over 5 years, about 28%, and if you've held for 10 years, your equity has likely grown by nearly 95%. In Palo Alto, a fixer-upper still costs around 2.5 million. Other factors to note when buying a home here is homes in the northeast near the Baylands can experience noise from SFO flight paths. If you're also really sensitive to noise, definitely look at where the train goes through off Alma and maybe avoid those areas if you're sensitive to noise, but most people, they don't really care. Another fun fact, Palo Alto is obsessed with its canopy. Removing a protected tree on your property requires a permit that is notoriously hard to get. Buyers need to know this before planning a renovation. And we have the basement rule. Here, you can only build so high, so many owners build down. If a house looks small, but the price is huge, it probably has a massive finished basement, a classic Palo Alto move. Let's get into schools. One of the biggest drivers of Palo Alto pricing is the school system. PAUSD is consistently ranked among the top districts in California, and a single street can change your child's school path and your home's resale value. For high school, there's Pali or Palo Alto High School versus Gunn, Henry M. Gunn High School. One thing buyers pay very close attention to here is whether a home feeds into Pali or Gunn. The dividing line is about along Oregon Expressway. Generally, north of Oregon feeds Pali and south feeds Gunn High. But boundaries can change, so buyers should always verify directly with PAUSD. Then, for middle schools, there's Jane Lathrop Stanford or JLS, Ellen Fletcher, and Frank S. Green. Frank S. Green serves North Palo Alto, while JLS and Ellen Fletcher serve the south. For elementary schools, this is where it gets specific. For example, if you're near the Greer Park area, the line between Palo Verde and Duvnek is often Channing Avenue. If you're in Barron Park, you're almost certainly headed to Barron Park Elementary. Pro tip, always check the PAUSD school finder by specific house number. Even one house over can change the assignment. Also, keep in mind, choice schools like Hoover and Ohlone, these are lottery-based and don't care what street you live on. Fun fact, a small sliver of homes near the Los Altos border may get you in the Los Altos School District. You can confirm this from tax records. So if you're trying to figure out which peninsula city actually fits your lifestyle, or trying to understand which Palo Alto neighborhood fits your goals best, not just your budget, feel free to reach out and follow along for more, because trust me, in Palo Alto, 2 homes that are 1 mile apart can feel completely different, especially in lifestyle.